Have you ever noticed how some players stay completely calm while everyone else is melting down? The stakes are high, pots are big, and emotions are flying. Yet a few players just breathe, think clearly, and make great decisions. What's their secret? Are they just naturally cool under pressure? Or is there something deeper going on? The truth is, calmness isn't luck or a personality trait. It's science, and it's trainable. I'm Dr. Tricia Cardner, and in this episode of Poker Psychology Unlocked, the Tilt Files, we're diving into the real psychology behind staying composed when the pressure is on. Imagine this. You're deep in a tournament, and a player hits a two-outer on the river to crack your aces. You feel your heart spike, your face gets hot, your mind floods with thoughts like, "Are you kidding me?" Or, "I can't believe that just happened." We've all been there. Now picture the pro sitting next to you. Maybe she takes one breath, stacks her chips, and moves on to the next hand. Same situation, same frustration potential, completely different reaction. What's really happening here is a difference in emotional regulation. When you take that bad beat, your brain's threat system lights up. That's the amygdala. It's scanning for danger and trying to protect you. But in poker, it's not a tiger in the bushes. It's just variance. If you don't intervene, the amygdala hijacks your thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex, and suddenly, logic goes offline. That's why tilt feels so physical. It's your body's fight or flight response trying to take over. But elite players, they've trained their nervous system to stay steady. I remember coaching two players during the World Series of Poker. Both took the same kind of brutal beats, but one went on a three-session spiral, while the other shrugged it off and kept crushing. The difference wasn't strategy, it was state control. The player who stayed calm had built daily habits to regulate emotion before it ever got out of hand. Things like breathing resets, journaling, and post-session reflection. It's proof that composure isn't something you turn on mid-hand. It's something you train for between sessions. Once you do, you'll be able to feel the surge, notice it, and then redirect it, which will keep your thinking brain online. That's what composure really is, not the absence of emotion, but the ability to guide emotion. Let's look at the science for a second. When stress hits, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol. Your breathing gets shallow, your muscles tighten, and your heart rate rises. This cascade happens in seconds. But here's the good news. You can interrupt it just as quickly. A deep exhale signals safety to your brain. It's the fastest way to tell your nervous system we're not in danger. Then, simple self-talk like, "Okay, that sucked, but I'm fine," keeps your inner voice grounded instead of reactive. And that tiny shift from emotional chaos to calm direction can completely change your next decision. Emotional control isn't about suppressing how you feel. It's about directing what you do with that energy. You can't stop the surge, but you can steer it. Here's a simple way to practice this. I call it the 3-second rule. Before reacting, take one breath. Notice what you're feeling, and then label it. Say to yourself, "That's frustration," or "That's disappointment." It sounds simple, but labeling emotion actually reduces its intensity. That's because when you put words to a feeling, your brain shifts activity from the emotional centers into the language and reasoning centers. You're literally calming your system through awareness. Try it next time you feel yourself tilting. That one pause can mean the difference between a bad session and a breakthrough moment. You don't need to wait until you're in a hand to practice this skill. You can start right now, off the felt. Try it the next time someone cuts you off in traffic or you get a frustrating email. Notice the surge, breathe once, and label what you feel. The more you rehearse calm in everyday life, the faster your brain learns that composure is your default. That's how elite players make emotional control automatic. They train it like a muscle. The calmest players aren't emotionless. They're just in charge of their reactions. They've learned to notice the storm and steer through it instead of getting swept away. So the next time you feel that heat rising, remember, you don't have to fight it. You just have to redirect it. That's what separates average players from truly elite ones. The ability to stay composed, clear-headed, and focused no matter what happens. Calmness is contagious too. When you hold your composure at the table, you're not just protecting your mindset, you're influencing the entire dynamic. You start making decisions from clarity instead of chaos, and that presence changes how others respond to you. The quiet confidence of calm is often mistaken for luck, but it's actually preparation. If you've enjoyed this Tilt Files series, make sure you grab my free Tilt Recovery Toolkit at drtriciacardner.com/tilt-recovery. It's full of quick resets, mindset tools, and mini exercises to help you stay calm and confident on demand. I'm Dr. Tricia Cardner, and this is Poker Psychology Unlocked. Finally, always remember that your best poker starts with your best mindset.